Creative economy leaders from throughout Vermont met at a summit process in Bellows Falls to discuss lessons learned, successes, and the challenges ahead. In this segment, a series of local leaders reflect on what they've discovered, bringing people together to advance their local creative economies.
The Creative Communities program helps a town come together to define what the creative economy opportunities are for that community, and then think strategically about how to move it forward together. So it brings together businesses, it brings together artists, it brings together, a real broad cross-section of community members who want to put themselves on the line to make their town a better place.
I think one of the nicest things that I've seen is the relationships that have developed from the creative economy within the business sector. A very simple example is at maybe an art opening we have at the Chaffee Art Center. We now see people coming from the community that maybe never would have come before because of the relationships that have grown out of this and all the discussions. So that's been really exciting just to see those relationships. I've made new friends.
So yes, there's a strong art space in it, but basically I want to bring those bankers, the lawyers, the plumbers, the select board member. It's really about people just opening their mind to thinking creatively, and that's what creativity is.
You have to remain optimistic. I think creative people, and creative artists in particular, are the most optimistic people in the world. Because I cannot be able to look at a blank canvas or a piece of rock and think, I'm going to get through this. You have to be an optimist to do that. You have to be an optimist to start a film production or to do a video. With the number of artists that I've gotten to be in with as part of this, you pick up the optimism.
When I decided to move to Bellows Falls full-time in mid-1990s, like any person coming to a community, I wanted to be able to contribute something to it. And my contribution was my background in the arts and my ability to kind of bring people together, because I like, hanging out with a wide variety of kinds of people. So, it's just bringing my passion to the community. And, I don't think the arts are the answer to everything in all communities. I think what's more important is that the people that in the communities, when they move there or live there, that they just work on projects that they feel passionate about.
There are a ton of really very interesting and dedicated people who put in tons of hours in the work they do, and I'm hopeful that they're going to just all stay together at the same table and share experiences and their knowledge base.
Well, the creative economy idea is that by having different groups of people working together, you're kind of getting a cross-fertilization that helps build some clear new ideas for how the community can work together to advance and to build momentum as a community, as a place on a move. That engagement and that passion that goes into that sort of sets the atmosphere for the community. Some towns you say, gee, things aren't working in this town. It's probably because people aren't lining up together with common priorities. When they do and make it real, that's a town that you can feel the momentum. It's kind of like it goes from being glass half empty to glass half full, and we're filling it the rest of the way together.
Always keep at the top of the pyramid what is best for Brattleboro. And that's what I think that's where the success comes in. Everybody's looking at, yeah, that might be good for you, but how does that play into what's best for Brattleboro? And always keeping your eye on that prize.
Each community is unique, and that's what makes it so wonderful. And Bellows Falls is not going to be a ski community, so why pretend that it wants to be or try to act like one? Bellows Falls has a wonderful industrial history, and it has a wonderful working downtown. I don't consider Bellows Falls a tourist community. I mean, I think tourists can kind of come to it a little bit, but I think if visitors or tourists are interested in seeing a real Main Street, then in that sense we're a community that could attract tourists. But we're not going to just change our whole existence and try to change our identity to match hoping to bring somebody here. You have to build on what your resources are, and every community has resources.
There's great results in towns all across the state. There's towns that are building business incubators. There's other towns that are building events to make more activities for locals and for tourists alike. But there's something about the process that's really unifying. People coming together across demographic lines, across occupations. It's really unifying for a community to line up together with a vision and try to build some big projects. It's not about folks in Montpelier giving them an opportunity. It's not about the federal government giving them an opportunity. It's really about making local democracy real.
I'm learning that this is not just a project. This is an ecosystem that has to occur. It has to envelop all parts of the community and not just business or arts or musicians on the street or a great park like we have in Taylor Park. It all has to come together. A great creative economy would be merging all of those things, truly merging our past and the best of our past, our commerce, our culture, our children, and our community. That would be the best of all possible worlds. That's what we're shooting for.